Hey guys, this is Charlie from Adventures with Charlie and welcome to day 3 of 12 Days of Christmas. And one thing I didn't mention about the series is that as well as doing movies that came out this year, I'm also doing specials that came out this year. Like the 22-minute specials of Thomas and Friends that came out this year. Now, what I'm going to do is go through all 3 of these specials one by one on this video. In order of how they came out on UK TV. So I'll start with Steam Team to the Rescue, then I'll do the 2 Days in Discovery specials, All Tracks Lead to Rome, Mine Street, and give my overall thoughts on Days in Discoveries together. And this will be done the same way as half one for both Season 3 of The Lion Guard and Season 23 of Thomas and Friends. Well, I'll do the pros first, then the cons. So let's start off with Steam Team to the Rescue. Chaos arrives on Sodor as the dogs are over busy with OT and Porter out of action, and all the diesels are trapped in the diesel works. So the Steam Team have to work hard in order to keep the railway running, with Thomas hoping he can get to the docks in time in order to help Percy. The pros in this episode are the Steam Team working together, the new one. It was great seeing all the Steam Team come together to one special. And all the characters we got to see, not just the Steam Team, but the 3 Kings, but Doc's crew, with Cranky, Carly, Big Mickey, Porter and Salty. Another pro I like is the song Don't Stop, because that's a really good song, and I really enjoyed the normal and reprise version. And it's super catchy. If I did have to have one con, it would have to be with the fantasy sequences, because I know they're supposed to be unbelievable, but there's no way that would happen. But they went way too over the top this time. And while as fun as they are they're too over the top. So overall, despite those fantasy sequences, it's a really good special, and I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Next is the start of the Disney. So after I've done my review on both of them, I will give my overall score of Disney Discoveries itself. Starting with All Tracks Lead to Rome. Thomas is in Italy and is keen to prove to his friend Gina that he knows all about Irish archaeology and tries to find the lost engine everyone keeps talking about. The pros of this episode are the new characters which we were introduced to, which are Mia, Esther and Stefano. I find Mia is a great controller for the Italian railway. Esther is a really interesting excavator, and Stefano is great at this vehicle. I didn't think much of Esther at first, but then she started to grow on me when I saw her little seat eating too loud Thomas. Another thing I like is the story of the lost engine everyone keeps talking about. It's a really good story, and it is amazing. If I did have to find a few problems, I have 2. One, the fantasy sequence. I did enjoy it, but more than on the 2 Steam to the Rescue. But that's just felt. But that was just to make Thomas 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 Trackmaster. so it wasn't much. Another con I do have is that this is Outback Thomas all over again. Yeah. And it's not that interesting, and it feels really predictable. But overall, despite that, it's still a pretty good two-part special, and I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And then finally, it's Minds of Mystery. So, Thomas is keen to prove to everyone that he can find special discoveries like the solar construction crew when they arrived to Italy, and finds something very exciting: the lost engine. The pros in this episode are the introduction to Brenda, Lorenzo, and Beppe. Brenda is a really neat bulldozer. Well, there's no way she will beat Byron. She is really hard working, and I found this to be a nice introduction to her. Lorenzo and Beppe are great characters. Lorenzo is really fun and enjoyable, all with his opera singing, and Beppe is a really fun little coach. And the fantasy sequence are actually pretty good. But like all tracks lead to Rome, the story is nothing new, and that's a big con. I mean, we've had the story. I've only tried to find something from before and during the international rerun, and some didn't email hi or some are good and some are bad, but it is more predictable. Well, like all tracks need to roll. Another thing I didn't like was Gina in this. I was okay with her return in the last episode, but her character was much more forced. The same with Esther. And the return of the construction. Well, I'm glad they returned. They didn't do much other than Brenda. So yeah, it's still a pretty good special, but not the best. 8 out of 10. So putting it together, I'm gonna give together Digs and Discoveries an 8 out of 10 because both of the specials got an 8 out of 10 for me. But these were 3 pretty good specials. I'm excited to see what they got next year with Marvelous Mansionary and the Royal Engine. And I can't wait to see if we get another one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!